What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. We are going to be picking up right where we left off. We do have almost the full cast and crew. Our lovely wizard will be joining us a little bit late. He had to stay late for work. So hopefully things don't get too crazy in the interim. But let's do brief introductions for all those maybe tuning in for the first time. And let's get started. So let's kick it off with Andrea.
Hi, I'm playing Zune, a drow bard, and hopefully I don't die in this encounter.
Oh, why would you even say that? Nothing too bad's gonna happen. Let's slide on down to Jumbo Smooth.
Hello everyone, I am Jumbo Smooth. I play Rogar, son of Avu. He is a Dragonborn barbarian from the Frigid Wastes. And yeah, hopefully sanity check that we're about to make, goes well. No one loses self-madness, no one passes out of sheer fright. But yeah, I'm excited about this session.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm not too worried about it. It's going to be great, guys. It's going to be great. And then how about Kayla?
Hello, I play the role of Velree. And I missed the last little bit of last session, so I am not excited about what I'm hearing right now. Vanity checks, Zune's afraid of dying. But anyway, I play a barbarian, Dampier, so hopefully I can, get us out of this.
Exactly. And last but not least, the one and only Dan.
Are you sure it's not least? I mean, of course it's not least, because a bugbear has a 10-foot reach.
Oh, God.
There it is. Speaking of bugbears, that's what I'll be playing this evening, hopefully next time as well. But we shall see Moog, Broadjaw, the Arab Wild giant Spain that he is, crossbow expert, fighter, 8 foot tall, 400 pounds, smells of beef and cheese, but just, ruggedly handsome. All the same.
Indeed. So, to pick us up from last time, last we left off, the crew, after discovering that Jade, their longtime companion from Port Dorona, a liberated courtesan, had fallen to some strange madness, possibly due to the brand that has been on her for quite some time. The same brand that is upon one of your party, Tristan Varel, as well as numerous people in Conwich, many of them having this brand inflicted upon them after the previous overlords of Conwich, which you all slew, had placed it on them for unknown reasons. No one quite knows the exact specifications of what's going on, but I'm sure you guys suspect something. To remove this brand, you were attempting to use just the standard spellcraft, remove curse essentially, and to no avail, as it had no effect. Then you were put onto by Attendant Nazir, the priestess of Boel, inside of Conwich, that had, during the recent renovations, after the burning of the town, had discovered a long-forgotten journal of the previous attendant that gave hints that there was a strange chamber that opened up beneath the temple itself and revealed a bizarre rock that he was able to utilize through a old ritual that was instructed in the journal to remove a great evil, is what he referred to it as, from one of their denizens in town. So, Attendant Nazir, wanting to attempt to rid this brand, this mark, from the majority of her town, as well as from Tristan Varel himself, tasked you with retrieving this rock, the strange glowing blue rock that she pointed you towards. All that you had to go on was that it was below the old temple in the ruined part of town near the lighthouse on the hill above Conwich, on the cliffs, a place that you were somewhat familiar with. You ventured to this area, easily discovering the long forgotten ruins. They've been here for at least 100 years, if not longer, of the town itself, and were able to discover the hatch that was constructed to get down into this under tunnel beneath the old temple of Boel. Upon opening it, you discovered a relatively worked tunnel system leading to some rather large circular rooms that were very reminiscent of the sewer system, or at least parts of the sewer system that were below the Temple of Boel in Port Dorona, which Rogar was intimately familiar with. The rest of the party is unfortunately dead that was with him during the time. However, you also discovered several slightly concerning things below. Not only did you see that the water itself was more of a brackish kind of black consistency to it, very hard to see through, clouded, one might say. You also noticed that the catwalks, we'll refer to them as, that led from each large chamber to one another were made out of wood, and some of them were rotting and falling to pieces as you walked over them. You discovered several corpses, one of them long dead, a skeleton with a strange dagger. Well, not strange, just a regular kind of basic dagger. Most of his clothes missing, just literally just bones. As well as a dead drow, appeared to be an assassin as you spoke with him in his deceased state, for a different Mar clan. And you also discovered the corpse of a goblin, missing a finger, obviously belonging to Clan Giant's Blood. There appears to be some kind of feud between Clan Giant's Blood and Clan Dreamweaver. Most of you knowing that Clan Dreamweaver tends to specialize in drugs, lots of smuggling, and they primarily are drow in nature, probably have ties to Silver Durai, with Clan Giant's Blood being mostly based out of the larger cities in the dynasty, and mostly dealing with trafficking of more magical goods. So this might be a strange kind of somebody's dipping their toe in someone else's market, perhaps. At least that's what you guys have all kind of gathered for now. Despite all of this interesting stuff you have uncovered, you also, while down here, as the ground was rumbling several times, the tunnel that you had taken into the chambers down below originally had collapsed behind you, leaving you trapped somewhat, one might say. You decided to venture farther west. There was an eastern direction and a western direction. You took the western direction, discovering these corpses, which also led you, finally, after all these revelations passed, to a very large chamber, completely dark, with some luminescent glow coming from the base of a massive, gargantuan statue of a toad-like creature, with several almost tentacle-like appendages, as well as more large toad-like appendages. The creature appeared to be at least 30 feet tall, made out of stone, and it had a small stalk on the top of its head with 3 eyes attached to the one stalk, as well as a very well-pronounced gaping, like what would be a gaping maw. It was gargantuan mouth for a large toad-like creature. And it was actually very well crafted across from this also circular room that is, it was crafted in stonework, a strange, almost like blackish stone from the kind of, well, somebody had dancing lights up. Did they? Am I making that up? Somebody had a torch up. That's what it was. So you guys had some light in this room. This is a very large room, 200 foot from you to the statue. And that's kind of the edge of this circular chamber. So you can imagine it's got a massive circumference. in between you and the statue, on the ceiling, where all of the water that is coming out of these numerous kind of channels and paths and large, smaller pools that have collected, as there appears to be some kind of engravings almost. If you were to see this from above, it would make some kind of pattern, perhaps. From you to there, it's hard to discern. You can't really make it out, but all you see is that the ground is not completely going to be easily traversed to get to the other side. But water droplets and actual small streams are pooling against the edge of the circular chamber and pulling upwards and drifting towards the ceiling, where there is a mosaic that was uncovered, very reminiscent of another mosaic you had uncovered in Port Dorona, revealing a black cyclopean skyline full of these strange towers, with a depiction of the Lady Boel, the goddess, pouring some kind of liquid over the city, attempting to drown it, perhaps. The mosaic was cracked, and there was a strange kind of film over it, as perhaps it is not in its once pristine condition. In addition to that, there were some large human-sized fleshy sacks next to where you guys had walked through. And in these sacks, Tristan Varel discovered were the digesting corpses of several individuals. One of them looking right at him. As he approached, he also noticed a large crack in the wall nearby the sacks, where he spotted what appears to be another corpse. And he can tell so because it is wearing the vestments of a attendant of Boel. It has the kind of drab, kind of bluish robes, as well as the kind of sash of what could be containers of liquid, perhaps. You're not exactly sure what's in all of them, but essentially the vestments of a attendant of Boel. And at its feet, you saw there were what were illuminating part of this kind of hole, this kind of crack in the wall, were two almost like glass jars that had like almost sparks of energy kind of cascading around them, kind of like what are those things you like at the Discovery Museum, like you touch them? You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about. Almost like an electrical charge caged inside of these containers. There were two of them laying on the ground near this body, illuminating it. But all of you are in the chamber currently, and that's what we're picking up. So, as Tristan Varel reaches out and stops himself from touching the fleshy sack, and looks over and glances at the corpse, because he rolled a very, very good investigation check. So you were able to discover all of these things happening at once. So what would you guys like to do?
So the toad with the eyes, toad-like creature with the eye, that's a statue, you said?
It appears to be a large statue. Now, you guys are seeing this from a great distance away. I'm giving it to you because of you have some torchlight in here, though it doesn't illuminate that far. But there is a blue glowing like rock set around the base of the statue that is illuminating quite a bit of the room on the other side. It's more of a dull glow. It's not like bright like torchlight, but it's enough to kind of give you shapes.
And nothing's like moved or anything like.
Outside of the drifting droplets of water, you haven't detected any movement as of yet.
So the rock that we're looking for glows green, but the rock in here glows blue?
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Blue. They're both blue.
Okay.
The ones you guys
Okay,
looking
I'm
for.
sorry.
Yeah, that was on me. I mixed them up.
No, that helps. I was just like, crap. What's this? Okay, well, so nothing's happening where we can just...
Tristan Varel kind of looks back. None of you probably saw all of this. I do believe there's another corpse over here.
Have we walked past like all the flesh sacks.
They're close to the entrance and this appears to be the only way in this chamber. There doesn't appear to be any other obvious exit, although you can't see into the pools of water and they kind of slowly drifting streams. You can't see there. Maybe there's a way out through those, but as far as you know, this is the only entrance that you can see.
Yeah. When we walked in, the flesh sacks.
Yes.
Those. Did we get I know we saw one and it looked like it was digesting someone, I believe.
As Tristan got close, he discovered it appeared to be digesting a person.
Okay. The other, did we walk past the other ones? Are they similar?
They're all kind of in a pile.
Okay.
There's about like 10 to 12 of them just piled up over here. Some of them stacked on top of the others, just like a pile, almost like they look almost like eggs, except they're obviously not eggs. There's some semi-transparent, and now that it's been pointed out, you guys can make out, especially with the torchlight, if you were to come close, you would see that there are humanoid shapes in each of them.
Okay. But they're all like in a state of digestion.
You would have to look closer if you want to.
I mean, Rogar would be looking closer. I mean, he's probably with Trist. If
Trist comes, and Trist is kind of, I will say Trist's attention is probably diverted towards the intact corpse over to the side.
Okay. But this is in a crack.
There's a large crack in the wall, and it looks like there's enough for someone to stuff themselves into. Without getting closer to that, that's all I'm going to give you.
Okay. Well, then I'll go over there first.
Okay.
With the torch.
Yeah, as Tristan Varels is kind of pondering the fleshy sacks. What are you doing, Moog?
I'm drawn and ready and basically on guard behind Rogar and Trist, making sure if they trigger something nasty, I'm ready to shoot.
Okay.
Just
so
keeping an eye on things.
Rogar, as Trist is kind of looking the sacks over, he's kind of he's not necessarily probing, but he's very interested, but then sees you moving towards the corpse. Rogar, see if it's got a jaw as you approach. You do see it is in fact, it appears to be an attendant of the well.
Is the corpse old?
The corpse itself. Give me an investigation check first.
Okay. I put on my monocle.
Of course you do.
You know?
Why not? Why wouldn't you?
18.
18. With an 18, you can tell, first off, the corpse itself is covered in a viscous kind of grayish film. And it appears to be a similar color to the liquid around the chamber that you guys have been walking around. It appears to be strangely well preserved. It appears to be an elf of some kind. It's hard to make out facial features. It's kind of like it's like looking through like Jello, almost. Okay. There is a broken jar next to its left hand, shattered.
Is it similar to the ones that have the electricity?
Yes, it looks almost identical to those. Are you going to actually touch the corpse at all?
Probably not going to touch it immediately. Is the jars next to him?
Mm-hmm.
Rogar might reach for one of those if they're
okay. You reach out and touch one, and as your fingertips, your clawed hands kind of touch it, little sparks of electricity dance along the tips on the inside of the jar.
Rogar ponders it, shows Trist.
Let's
see if he knows.
Let's see about Tristan. Old Tristan Varel. I'm playing Tristan Varel right now. So 24 Arcana check. Damn it.
Not bad. Not bad.
As Tristan Varel, oh my word, that let me get a closer look at that as he kind of saunters over. Well, Rogar, this appears to be Appears to be lightning. Bottled lightning.
Is that something? Is that like a known thing? Is it a?
No, it is not. It would be. This would
Okay.
be very esoteric.
Rare,
It would be rare.
Okay.
It would be rare. I've heard of some of the more devout individuals able to harness the raw potential of their deities and use it to fight. I've never heard of any of the more peaceful individuals, such as those that are in the stead of Boel using it. But from what I understand, you throw it, and it breaks open, and it unleashes the caged lightning.
Wow.
For all intents and purposes, this acts as a fireball, except for it does lightning damage.
What's its who is it? A dex modifier or strength modifier?
It would be dexterity.
Dexterity.
Mhm.
A Rogar would.
Now it has a set DC.
Okay, yeah, for the safe,
Yes.
but you still it's still a spell attack, I go, or a throw attack.
No,
Or
this
is it
is
just a save?
this is like a thrown weapon.
So okay, so it still has a spell, like a not spell attack, but like a. You actually have to throw it, and then after
Yes.
it's thrown.
So you're looking at. I'll give it to you either strength or dex, whatever is best for whoever wants to use them.
Okay.
That's fine. That's not going to bother me any.
Okay. Rogar is going to take them, both of them, and he's going to hand one to Zune, and then he's going to hand one to Moog.
Okay.
Probably our best ranged people, and so. Yeah, but now he's going to focus more on the body.
Okay.
What
Now,
did you give me?
the range of it's bottled lightning. It's not
Okay,
in.
got
It's
it.
not in the. You're just gonna have to remember it.
Yeah.
The range is 30 feet. 60
An
feet.
Anthony special.
60 feet for a long at disadvantage. 30 feet
Gotcha.
for just a standard throw.
Got it.
Now the radius is significant. It's got a 20-foot radius. So
Fireball
better.
lightning.
So you better throw at the distance if you don't want to
Yeah.
get caught up in the blast.
Yeah.
Any
yeah.
rubber
Right.
suits or
So just letting you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it look like the body was like? I know this is maybe going into too much detail. Does it look like you said the facial expressions are hard to make out. Does
Yes.
it look like he was hiding from something, or he was wedged in there like unnaturally? Like is he like arms broken and stuff, or like?
No. He looks whole. It looks like he was trying to escape something. You
Okay.
doing a lot of hunting and things like that. You could see that like wounded animals tend to like try do their best to get away from you, and that's what it looks like happened.
Okay. Perhaps you should summon his soul.
Well, of
Interesting.
course, we can do that, Rogar. Do we want to wait for me to ritually, perhaps, summon this soul, or do we want me to just burn one real fast and get this show on the road?
10 minutes would be fine.
Of course. And actually, I think it might be longer. Let me check.
Is it?
Because I think the standard cast might be a minute. Let me make sure.
It's up to you because I don't think it's technically a ritual spell.
Yeah.
So,
What's the normal speak with dead spell? Hold, please. I must look this up, just in
I think
case. Is it instantaneous or is it a minute?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Hold on. It'll just take me a second here. Speak with dead. Got it pulled up. One action. No, so it's instantaneous. So yeah, this will just be 10 minutes then.
Okay.
So
Well, while he's doing that, Rogar is going to go over to.
I'm assuming you drag it out of the. You're gonna have to drag it out of this hole. In the
Okay.
wall.
If that's the case, then Rogar
Yeah.
will just.
You
drag
grab
it
a
out.
hold of it, and you're and you can feel like it's like goo. It's almost like sticky. That's kind of just coating this corpse. As you pull it out, give me a strength check, Rogar.
Oh boy. 16.
16. That is good enough, sir. As you are able to, and it takes a little bit of strength actually to actually kind of dislodge this thing, almost like it was stuck fast. As you pull it all the way out, you do see the very well preserved features of the equivalent of a high elf. Pretty much the only elves you've come across besides Drow in the dynasty have been mostly high elves. Velree's a bit of an anomaly. She's also pale as shit because she's somewhat between life and death. So that's okay. That goes to a different place. But it appears to be a male, and that's about what you see. Triss begins to set up for his summoning ritual, reading out of his journal that you guys see him use as his spellbook. As he begins to set up for it and beginning to read, are you guys doing anything in the interim right now?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you can go ahead.
Rogar was just going to go over to the pile of flesh sacks.
Okay.
Look at them more closely.
Okay.
And he's going to, well, I guess if something happens, let me know. But if nothing happens, then Rogar is going to take out his 9 quarts of oil that he had gathered earlier, and he's going to start dousing these flesh sacks.
Okay. I'll say you begin to start dousing the sacks. You're kind of like sprinkling onto them. The liquid just kind of cascades across it, beginning to oil it up real good. Yes, Zoom?
These meat sacks, are they connected in any way, like to anything else? Like, is there like a web of something? Are these like a series of meat sacks leading to something, or are these just several random meat sacks that are just kind of together and there's nothing connecting to anything else around them?
Why don't you give me a perception test soon?
Okay. Let's see how this does. Please don't be shitty. Let me use a lucky. Oh, 12.
12.
12. I don't know. I feel like,
That's not
I don't
terrible.
know. Doesn't matter.
What do you want to
I'm
do?
going to try it again. I'm going to use a lucky.
Sure, yeah, do
because
it again.
It was useless. Okay,
13.
fine. 13. I'm not using another lucky.
Got it. So, you would know that as you're kind of looking it over, from what you can tell, and you do have a heightened sense of dark vision compared to most of your companions. Looking it over as well as you can see, somewhat from a distance, I'm assuming, you can tell that, at least from what you can tell, there don't appear to be any web-like connections or anything of the sort. They appear to be piled up, and they strangely resemble kind of like a. It almost resembles like a clutch of eggs, of like fish eggs or something, but
Yeah.
not quite the same. But that's kind of what the kind of feel you're getting right now. Now you cannot see underneath. You cannot tell what's underneath said eggs. As far as you know, they could be resting near one of these large pond-like openings that you see around you. You have no idea what's underneath them, but as far as you can tell, above and around, there's no connections.
So we're fighting the toad. I get it. This is fine. Thank you.
Okay. As that takes place, yes, Rogar?
Sorry, one last thing. The statue itself, does its construction look similar to the rest of the temple? Like it's been here, like it since the temple was constructed, or was this something that was added after the fact?
So, all right.
I don't know how, whatever check you want to make it. But
why don't you give me a perception test? It'll be a pretty high DC though.
Okay. 15.
Okay. I mean that's pretty good. I'll give you a little bit. So The statue itself does appear to be made out of a stranger material. It appears to be more of a darker material that almost absorbs light. You can make out some of the reflections of the glow coming off the rock at the base of it. The walls and the rest of this chamber do not appear to be made out of that same material. It would be very difficult to determine age without like getting closer.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. You're not a stone-mason, Rogar. I mean, come on.
Not dwarf.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
So
I just wanted to make sure if it seemed off compared to
it
the
does
rest
now.
of
It does seem, I don't know how to put this. The architecture in this room does seem similar to the statue.
Similar? Okay.
The mosaic actually looks out of place.
Okay.
Yes. So, and that's on the ceiling, if you'll remember. So Trist finally finishes his ritual and begins spouting off some nonsensical words to most of you. As he does, with like a flick of his wrist, the face beneath the thin coat of like slime-like mold or whatever this is, almost de-ages slightly, and the rigor ceases to hold its jaw tight as it begins to move. And you have 5 questions.
Well, most obvious. What killed you?
It was...
So help me God if that thing is now moving up on us.
Behind you!
Yeah.
It was... Uknaf.
Squeeze me.
Uknaf.
Is Uknok here with us now?
This is his chamber. That is 2 questions.
Yeah, I know, and I'm going to stop asking now, but...
What is your name, good sir?
I'm going to kill Tris. We don't care.
Alueth, attendant of Boel.
That's enough about his personal life, Tris.
You guys get 2 more questions.
We could have dragged his body back and someone else could have identified it. That's fine. Trist.
How do we defeat Uknaf?
Scared of the lightning.
Okay.
You got 1 question.
I know. I tried to think
something.
Well, Rogar, do we want to ask about if there are any, and I'm not phrasing these as questions. Rogar, do we want to ask potentially if there are any other enemies in here that we need to be worried about? Do we want to ask if there are other weaknesses?
We'd have to word it correctly because I'm worried that if you just say there are other enemies, you're like, yes.
Yep.
Right.
Like, oh, yes. Like, okay, that's great. Now we know.
Yeah. Either that or ask where the artifact that we're looking for is.
It's probably the blue stone that's shining.
I'm assuming it is. I'm hoping it is.
I mean, if it's not, I mean, we're probably not going to matter for much longer.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe how many foes?
Do we want to ask if that statue thing is living or dead? Do we want to ask if...
We can ask what the flesh sacks are, I guess.
You could ask him if he has any suggestions on what we need to do next. Get out of here.
Very general question. I like it.
What do you think we should do, DM?
Yeah.
Velree, Moog, it's a group discussion. Any thoughts on what we should ask? But don't phrase it as a question so it's not mistaken as a question.
Moog's not smart enough to ask a good question.
Velree isn't the most intelligent either. But I'm wondering if we could just go pick up the rock and how do we know what disturbs the creature? Should we ask what disturbs the creature? Can we sneak away?
We could probably just throw lightning at it and jumpstart everything. Distraction. I could try to stealth up there and steal it. And you can ask him whatever question you need toward the end if whatever happens. What is his name? Ugnok?
Just put a meat sack in place of the stone.
Yeah.
Ugnok.
Uknath is what he said. Attacked him.
Why would he? It's like talking to a genie. All right. Then, so Rogar, if you want, I can try to stealthily steal from probably a god and make it back. And depending on what happens next and you figure out what it is, kind of determine your next question from there, if you don't mind.
All right.
I mean, and how long does this last? 10 minutes?
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay, I think I can do this in 10 minutes.
It is, I do believe it is considered concentration, though.
Well, Trist can concentrate and stay put. I mean, unless he gets hit by something, right? Something horrible
Make
happens.
sure. No, it's not concentration. It's just it's just going to be just 10 minutes. So it's up. So you have this whatever this is, this soul perhaps suspended in temporary time.
He's not going anywhere.
Pulled
He has
from
no
wherever
plans.
it was for the next 10 minutes, just sitting there.
We're avenging him.
Just to clarify, the you said stone around the statue, right?
Yes.
Was that plural, as in stones?
Yes.
Or
Multiple stones. It isn't just like a big rock. They appear to be almost like 4 to 5 foot like crystals that are making like crystal patterns, kind of almost like they're growing out of the base of the statue.
Okay. So those aren't probably the artifact we're looking for. It's probably that shining bauble at the other end of the temple that we decided, I guess, the eastward way that we didn't go. We went west, I believe.
You could always ask how the west.
It's true.
Hey, yeah, that's a good question. Good last question.
Yeah.
Where's the bauble that we need?
Yeah.
Ooh, is that how you're going to say it?
No, hell no. No, sorry.
Yeah. Like, what is the location of the artifact of this place?
The only treasure I know of is the crystal, the fragment of Ugoth.
We asked where it was, not what it was, right?
It's true. Yeah.
Did you say where? Okay, I thought
You said where.
Excuse me.
Thank you for that tidbit.
At the base of the statue.
At the base of the statue?
You
Okay.
called it a statue.
Okay, so it's at the statue over there. All right.
And then
Sorry, man.
the corpse falls silent once again.
Could we fit these in your bag of holding until we figure out which one's the right one? Or is it all of it? How many can we fit in there?
Stones.
You guys aren't over
Yeah.
there, so you have no idea.
Yeah, with it.
That's true.
So I guess we're walking over towards the statue now.
Okay.
I guess.
Question.
Stealthing.
Because I have to ask.
Stealthing.
Okay, stealthing.
Okay. Stealthing.
I want to make it apparent, because I've described the room already, that the floor is broken up in strange patterns.
Yes.
There might be, if you're going stealthily and slowly, there might not be any checks needed to make to not accidentally dip a toe in the water. However, if we are in a hurry at some point, we might be making checks to not plunge into the depths.
All right.
Okay. All right. Just want to throw it out there. Letting you know.
That's fair.
So I'm going to need stealth checks from the lot of you, including Tristan Varel.
Oh no.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 for
Oh.
Velree. All right.
25 for the bear.
25 for Moog. Okay. So I'm looking at 10, 6 for Son of Amu. Love it. I think the rest of you did pretty good though.
Well, the
and then-
20s.
Yeah, except for
And then just-
Tris
yeah.
got a 10. Rogar,
Yeah.
6. So cumulative, you guys did pretty good. We're able to start moving towards there. A few moments, almost. Rogar, you almost kind of get distracted a couple times. There is some of the loose droplets of water have dislodged like small pebbles, and once or twice your actually foot just kind of kicks one, and they kind of into a pond, and there's a little of water for just a moment, and then you kind of stop, and nothing seems to be happening. Trista's like, oh my, and then you kind of shut him up real fast for a moment as well. And then you make your way 200 feet span over towards the statue, crossing several small ponds and troughs of like stream-like troughs full of this murky kind of gray blackish liquid. And you eventually make it to the base of the statue. And it does appear to be a statue. There are various cracks inside of its visage, as well as the base of the statue appears to be almost chiseled from the nearby rock. And as you are standing over here now, you can tell that the rock around the base of the statue is different than that over by where you came into this kind of area. It appears to be kind of this black, almost like slate that appears to like absorb light. The torchlight even almost feels like it's being pulled into the material itself. The actual base of it does have these strange, almost crystalline blue rocks that they look like they're growing out of the base of the statue. They look like they're growing out of it. Shards just pointing out in multiple directions.
And behind it, is it this way all the way around? Is there a stone that or something that kind of stands out as, oh, this is a part? It's
Are you gonna
or is
look
it all
around?
just kind of the same? Yeah, very stealthily, very carefully,
Okay.
very slowly as needed.
Zune begins to kind of creep around to the side, and it's got like a 20-foot width. So it takes you a second or two to kind of creep around, and as you get to the side of it, you can tell that it appears to be the same all around. However, as you get closer to this side, it appears that there is evidence that some of these crystal-like structures have been chipped away. There's small little granules on the ground, and you actually see a shattered pickaxe laying on the ground next to this kind of crystal, where it looks like a big pieces of it were smashed off.
Did they ever tell us how much of this they needed? Did we ever ask?
I don't believe you asked, but for the sake of my sanity, you are going to need a sizable chunk. You need the equivalent of, and this is to cure a single person, you need just a few ounces, but the sheer amount that you guys are going to need to, if you plan on curing everyone in Conwich, would be substantial. You would need a few pounds at the very least, if not more. Probably more.
So I guess we're
Okay.
starting to. Rogar's going to start collecting the stuff that's already broken off, right?
Okay.
Stuff broken off.
You kind of go over towards where Zune discovered some of the pieces that are somewhat broken off, and you collect a handful of smaller crystalline like gem, the equivalent of like a cut gem, very small. And you kind of pick them up. Are you gonna Just throw them in the bag, or
Probably with a bag of holding, yeah.
okay, just kind of toss them in.
Because there has to be a ritual assigned with it too. Like it just doesn't do
Yes.
anything.
Yeah. As far as you know. Now I'll say, Rogar, as you touch it,
Mhm.
you feel a strange cold in your palm as you touch it. Almost like these things are chilled. A lesser person, perhaps someone that was not, I don't know, resistant to cold damage, might be suffering certain effects holding this rock.
Rogar's going to be careful. It has an unearthly chill, as he's going to start collecting what he can.
Yeah, and as you see, there are little bits of frost on the inside of Rogar's palm that he scooped away stuff. Doesn't appear to be hurting him, but yeah.
And there's a reason to believe that even if we were wearing something over our hands, we'd still deal some serious damage.
Possibly.
Well, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have, I think, an okay idea. So I can carry my body weight through Dimension Door.
Mm-hmm. You can.
And I can go 500 feet.
You can.
So if we wanted to just do, like a snatch and run, we could possibly try that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can go to 500 feet in any direction.
You can.
Hopefully we're not 500 feet underground.
Hey, you could try. You can always certainly try.
I can try.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now we'll say to move the object, it will have to be disconnected.
Right.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would have to be really fast and lots of running. If we want to go that
follow
path.
you.
No, you'd have to leave like ahead of me. You'd have to be gone already. If you want, but that's I don't know. That's just kind of my. I prefer to not fight. So, I mean, you guys are strong. Maybe if you think we can take whatever this is.
Moog's always ready for a fight.
Yeah.
Moog is ready.
Moog is ready.
Damn.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Valerie's got a
Hey,
question.
Go ahead.
Did I pick up that pickaxe and start picking away, or do you think it might still?
I think it's broken. Right?
It is broken.
But you could
kind of like
technically-
the head is kind of snapped off. I
Couldn't she
believe
grab-
you guys had
away?
one upstairs. But when I say upstairs, I mean on the surface. There was a pickaxe and a shovel.
Can we grab one? Or do
I'm going to also, for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to say that you grabbed the pickaxe as well as the shovel. However, you did allow Rogar to just dig with like his sword, while the rest of you just kind of talk to each other for a minute.
And I'm looking through the telescope all the time.
Yep, they're like, oh, let's
you
see
have
what
a
see what horrors I can
Seven
see with this
strings.
telescope.
What was I gonna do? I would
Okay.
just be
I'm gonna take
inhibiting
the
him.
pickaxe and start. Boop, boop, boop.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Much like I guess Zelda is what we're going for here. Like da da da. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a strength check, Velree.
Not great.
Not the best. Velree, you take a big swipe. A small, almost like baseball size, probably a little bit smaller than that, kind of chips off of one of the crystalline structures. This appears to be harder than you realized. This might take some effort. Rogar, you pick it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rogar
Can
picks it
I
up.
roll perception real fast to see if anything's happening anywhere?
Sure. Go and roll your
around
perception
us.
test, Zune.
While they're doing.
Moog, why don't you give me
the-
1-2 since you two are not, occupied.
21.
It's good. Let's see what Moog's got. So, Moog does not see anything. Zune, on the other hand, Moog's kind of like, oh, this is kind of strange. Zune's looking around, and Zune, you see a small tremor in one of the nearby ponds. Just a little,
I'm gonna tap Rogar and Velree really fast. Yeah, point tremor in the water. It just happened.
Perhaps we should hurry. Rogar is going to take out his club.
Okay.
And he is
smash
going,
it.
Just go
He's gonna go ham. Okay.
He's going to kind of, well, at least like, is he, I picture it like being held. Is that?
No. It's like it's growing out of the base of the statue. The statue's on all fours,
Okay.
like a giant toad. It's just kind of growing like around like its hands and like just underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question.
Okay.
Yes.
Is the ground is like dirt or
It's
stone?
stone. It's all stone.
Just kidding.
Okay.
I'm gonna take cover as Rogar does that, so I don't get showered in whatever the hell this thing is.
When you say take cover, I mean just out of range of whatever's standing. Yeah. There's really
whatever
no
that is.
cover to be had unless you're going to jump in a pond. You want to do that?
I'm good. I'm
No.
fine. This
Okay.
is fine.
All right. Rogar, why don't you give me an attack roll?
All right.
Step to the side as well.
16.
Definitely, it does hit. It connects. Go ahead and roll damage for me. This will determine how much you shatter off.
6.
6 points. So 6 points of damage. You smack with a heavy blow. And you see a large chunk, maybe weighing about maybe 2 pounds, breaks off of one of these structures. The structure that Velree had already kind of smashed into. As that happens, Zune, you see something kind of come up out of the surface. You see, it looks like a stalk
No.
with
Star Wars style?
3
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
large orange eyes, and they are large.
I am.
Kind of,
Yeah.
just the
that's-
stalk comes up and kind of looks in your direction.
I'm tapping very vigorously.
Legally distinct Dianoga.
I'm
Yeah,
pointing
legally
out to
distinct
Moog. Pointing out to Moog, the person that's a sharpshooter, smacking
Mhm.
Rogar and Velree on the back again, pointing.
Huh. I would.
It's just, you see it, and I will say you see it for just a minute, for just a second, and then it kind of.
No, so it's not there for me
disappears.
to shoot it. Okay.
I mean, it's just like
That's
a
fair.
half second. It just kind of pooks out, and then
Mhm,
slips. There's barely even a ripple on the surface.
Hmm.
Rogar, we have what we need now, right?
Do we think we have what we need?
Depends on how many people you're trying to cure.
How many people? Yeah, you know what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to
You're probably gonna have to break off at least, depending on how much damage you do.
Yeah.
At least one more chunk, possibly 2, depending on how much damage you do.
do. Okay, Rogar's going in again.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
All right,
Make sure the club connects firmly.
16.
It does, obviously. Go ahead and roll damage.
12.
Well, max damage.
Max damage.
That's all you're gonna need, Rogar. As you
Oh yeah.
this time you with more vigor this time. You smack into it, and it about a chunk the size of like a basketball just kind of shatters away onto the ground.
Rogar scoops it up,
Pick it
puts
up.
it in the bag of holding.
Pick it up. You're pick it up. As that happens, Moog, even you at this point, you see that there are strange tremors and ripples and some of the liquid around you.
Oh, this is not good.
Yeah, I guess we need to start moving back to the exit, correct?
Very quickly.
You guys gonna make a
Not
run
too
for
quickly.
Try to stealth. there a
Strategically, perhaps?
Yep.
I like strategically. That's
Mhm.
nice.
You gonna start slowly moving?
Speed stealth? Can we speed stealth?
Maybe you could try.
Yeah. How far away is the flesh sacks?
200 feet. They're back
to
at
the
the
exit?
entrance.
Are they at the
Every
okay,
time.
Yes, they are.
Cool.
Flesh sacks.
Flash sacks.
Flesh sacks.
Mm.
Love it. Love it every time you say it.
Are we all
So-
doing a stealthy stealth?
Yes, let's go ahead and make some stealth rolls, please. I like that stealth roll, Zoom.
Yeah, it's great.
Noise, same.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Oh, damn, Velree. Well, bugbears
That
carrying the
was
party
good.
yet again.
All right.
Sure.
Unfortunately,
No,
This is
don't-
not
there's no
humor.
unfortunately in this.
well, this is all individual stealth rolls here in this bad boy.
Isn't it?
That head.
So Moog begins to very, very quietly begins to kind of hunker down, and perhaps it's his long arms. He's able to kind of reach across a span a couple times and kind of hop over, very, very quietly moving around. The rest of you trying to follow his lead, not quite as graceful. You get maybe about 20, 30
Short
feet
arms every time.
from the statue itself. Before, obviously, Velree. As you're moving,
What if I walked on the side of the wall though?
it's too late. To get to the wall, you would have to go past the statue, and this is a massive room. You would be like way up there. If you were trying to do that, it is too late for that, Velree. You've already gone too far. As Velree's foot slips for just a moment, just a toe dips into the water. Kind of pull it back. As you pull it back, you see from one of the nearby ponds, these stalks come up and look at all of you. And then they disappear. And before Moog can do anything, before anybody can react, really,
Oh,
Hey.
Devil's Wood.
huge creature launches itself out of the pond. As it towers above all of you, it appears to be somewhere around 20 feet tall. Very much made in the image of the giant statue that you just saw. Made of this green flesh oozing this strange, like almost pus-like liquid. It has a gargantuan gaping maw with several rows of teeth, almost like a shark, along the inside of a tongue that splits into 3 tendrils as it kind of lashes outside of its mouth. Its eye stalks kind of looking around, glancing at all of you as it kind of burbles and gulps. And we're going to be rolling initiative. So, everybody go
Hurt you,
roll
Anthony.
Initiative.
But am I cool? I called the sword before initiative, right?
That's too late. You didn't call it sword. I'm messing with you. It's fine. It's fine. Dude, calm down. Calm down.
Uh,
Make sure I get all this.
not great.
All right, let this counter. Boom. Boom. Let me get all of my rolls here.
Man, 3 17s.
17 from Trist. Wonder how it's going to do that. It'll probably manually factor in your guys' stuff. 17 from
I don't-
Velree.
I think it was my character name.
Does it?
But I
Well,
don't know.
oh well. If that's the case, that's fine
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
7 from Moog. And then Zoom got a 17 as well. All right. Make sure I got these right. Ooh. And oh god, really? This is bullshit. Bullshit. So, the top of the round is actually going to be Tristan Varel. Oh my lord! As he spins around. You guys are within about 10 or 15 feet of this huge toad-like creature. One can only assume it must be this Uknath that was described before, as he very knowingly, because you guys speak with the dead, is let me see how many spell slots he's got left. I think he's got most of them. He's got all his spell slots. He is going to, since I can't speak for the Tristan Varel, I will do this. He is going to, at 3rd level, because I can do this, he's going to cast Chromatic Orb, tailored to lightning. So he's going to give it a shot. He brings out the orb, spins it. It definitely hits. 26 is going to hit.
Ooh, yeah.
For 26 points of lightning damage. Oh my god. As Tristan Varel lays into the creature with this, he spins up his gem, and as he kind of thrusts it out, there's an arc of lightning slides across its flesh, burning away parts of the kind of sticky mucus that you guys can see across it. And it flails as it does so. And it kind of lunges away. It looks like it is deeply, deeply hurt by the lightning that just cascaded across it. Its eyes kind of bulge out, and are kind of all three of its eyes are looking in different directions at this point, almost like it's pretty fucked up. So, and then Trist is going to try to run away. Moving as quick as he can, and because he's moving as quick as he can, he is going to make a acrobatics check, and he's going to smash it with 17 to keep his footing beneath him as he moves his 30 feet closer towards the door. Hurry, flee! And that is going to be the end of his turn, which will bring me to Velree. It's your turn.
You know, when she saw Tristan do the chromatic orb so well for the first time ever,
It's true,
you
first
see
time.
like the gleam of oh, look at him doing something for once. Anyway.
Oh, damn.
Shit.
Oh, damn. Oh, not like
Like in
that.
a positive way, you know, like.
Of course, yeah. It is positive,
Mhm.
yeah.
Anyway, so I'm gonna run past it? I'm gonna become or did it?
You are within 10 feet of it. It does have massively long tentacles coming off the front of its body instead of it has tentacles coming off the side that wrap up towards the front of it, as well as two large hands. You're not sure what the reach of the tentacle is. It's kind of hard to tell. Right now it's kind of lungulating around.
But if I were to run past it, would it get an action?
You have no idea.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna rage.
You're gonna rage. Yeah, you're going to a rage.
Okay. I'm good. Good question. It's 10
What do you
feet.
do? It's 10 feet, yes.
I'm gonna try and run past it.
Are you gonna run past it, or are you going to attack it?
I know. I should probably attack it.
It's up to you. You better not be playing Baldur's Gate 3 right now. I see it coming up, and I'm gonna be upset if you are.
No, I was trying to click on something.
You better be. All right.
Hmm.
Continue,
Okay.
Velree. Sorry.
I'm going to yeah. I guess run past it and then do a few swipes.
Now,
We'll
okay.
run
Are you
and-
going to attack it, or are you running
I'm
away?
going to attack it. I'm going
Okay.
to attack it.
Give
On
me-
my way.
Oh, on your way. All right. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls then.
Oh. Should I write that? All right.
A 12. Are you going reckless?
Yeah.
Yes. No. Maybe.
Not this round.
12 is gonna miss. It kind of slides through some of the ooze. Doesn't quite rip into the flesh beneath. 15 will hit. Oh, I think we're getting Tristan Varel mid-combat.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Tristan Varel. We are in the middle of a fight.
You did a ton of
See.
damage.
You just did a lot of damage. You used a 3rd level spell, by the way. So you're
Was
one,
it
you're
haste?
one down. It was not haste. It was a 3rd
Bastard.
level lightning chromatic orb.
It's weak against lightning, by the way.
Possibly vulnerable. Quick.
No, we don't know.
15, 20, and 16 were my last 3.
Okay, those 3 hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And these will all be with fire damage too, right?
Yes.
First one would be.
No, hold on.
Huh.
It wouldn't be no fire damage. What are you talking about?
Because I have the devil.
The Devil's Ward is if they attack you.
Oh,
Now,
only
are you using the sword or your claws?
No, I was using my claw.
Okay, yeah. I will say you activated it, but you don't have to actually attack with it. You can use your claws instead. It doesn't do any actual damage. It just gives you almost like a protective shield, kind of.
Okay, they have to hit me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go and roll. So 10 for the first, or is that 12? You're raging, right? Yeah, 12. 12. All right. The next. 9. All right. And the last.
9.
Another 9. So significant damage. So as a creature, as you start ripping into it, you rip a few slashes. You rip into kind of its side as you're kind of running past it. One of its tentacles kind of swipe over the top of you. You duck beneath and move towards Trist. You get at least you'll get actually past him if you want to go past him. Is that what you want to do?
Well, I'll just get next to. How far past him?
You'd be about 10 feet past Trist.
Or how far away from the frog thing creature would I be?
Trist is about 40 feet from the creature.
Okay.
So you'd be about you can move 40 feet. You'd be about the same. You'd be right there with Trist. Good?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You're going to end your turn there. That's going to bring me to Zune. It is your turn. The huge, towering, frog-like creature with the 3 eyes, tentacles from its side, the gaping maw lashing about, the 3-pronged tongue lashing out in different directions.
So it just has this huge, just like a bullfrog or something, just a huge mouth that's just kind of
huge.
Okay, and it has how big is that stalk on its head?
Pretty good size, about the size of a person.
It seems to definitely be relying on that.
It appears to be its eyeballs. Yes, there's 3 eyes on top. Yes, as far as you don't know what other senses this strange creature might have, but you can at least see that it does appear to be looking.
And I just saw Velree slash at it and get that gross stuff on her, and she seems fine.
She seems to be okay. She got gross stuff on her, and it appears to be bleeding, some kind of purplish fluid.
Rogar, do you want to fight or run?
Am I allowed to respond?
Sure.
I would see this thing dead.
All right, I'm going to grab Rogar, and I'm going to teleport us right on top of that thing's head, right around the stalk.
On top of it? Okay. All right, you grab him. You're going to cast Dimension Door?
Yes.
Okay. Zune,
if I can see it, should not be as difficult.
Give me a spellcasting ability check.
Whew. Let's fucking hope we don't end up inside it. But YOLO. Let's see.
So just charisma check is what you need to roll.
Oh, thank God.
That was a save. Damn it, Zune.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's a 12 plus 4, so it would actually technically be a 16.
16. Okay, 16. A 16 is going to be enough, Zune. Unfortunately.
Hooray.
I wish it wasn't. As you grab a hold of Rogar, as you're humming a tune, a strange discordant melody comes out of Zune's mouth, and a tear in reality opens up. As it does so, she grabs a hold of you, Rogar, and you're almost swallowed into this tear.
Whee.
As you go to be pulled in, Zune, you see into the inky darkness between spaces.
Great.
And there is something within. You don't get a good look because you move so fast, thankfully. However, there might be dangers of traversing time and space in the current area you're in. But you are able to successfully teleport, both you and Rogar, on top of the creature.
And
you kind of deposit yourselves right at the top near its eye stalks.
We're going to chop that bad boy off, but yeah.
I'm going to need dexterity saving throws from Zune and Rogar to not slide off the top of this thing.
We got this.
I like it, though. I like it.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Definitely not moving.
Can I roll to help Rogar?
You do have advantage, Rogar.
I did roll advantage. 12.
That was advantage. Oh Jesus!
Could I help
I
him?
rolled a 3 and 11.
I will say it's not going to be too crazy. This thing is, I mean, it literally is huge. So
Okay.
the DC wasn't going to be too high. So I'll say that
This is like giant sized.
yes. But when I say giant size, I mean slightly bigger than those hill giants. Probably actually
Oh, wow.
significantly bigger
Okay.
than the hill giants.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
Okay.
good size. Definitely width as well. You're able to plant yourself. Zune, being more prepared, is able to kind of reach out and grab on to the base of the stalk. Going to grab on, holding on. It's disgusting, but able to hold on easily enough. Rogar almost slides off the back, and then just kind of digs in like a claw into its back, bracing himself. So you are secure. Is that going to be it soon?
This is a well. Oh yeah, there we go. You still have bardic inspiration, right, Rogar?
Not yet, unless you give it to him.
He had it last time, but has enough time passed to where it would have faded.
I'll say
that
that
10 minutes
more
have passed,
than 10
probably.
minutes have passed. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw another bardic inspiration on Rogar.
Okay. All right. And that will be the end of your turn, bringing us to the one and only son of Amu.
Ooh, I did go before it. Wow. Rogar will rage.
Of course he will. Sorry, that was my rage.
Yes. And then I guess I'm going to recklessly attack the
Sure.
stock.
The actual stock. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but
It'd be,
you
I
know.
mean, and we could. I will
How you
say
going for
this. It'll be a higher. It'll have a higher AC to hit the stock, but I'll give you
Okay.
some advantages to doing so if you'd like.
Okay, then I will do so.
Okay. Go ahead, and I'm going to give it. Essentially, it's going to get a. What would I consider this? It's going to get at least. It'll get a +2 to its AC. It'll get like the equivalent of like 3/4 or half cover.
Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna roll. That will be
Jesus.
25.
Well, can we take the natural one you rolled first instead of at advantage?
Oh, bro, can't
Damn
do
it.
that one.
25 is going to hit.
That'll be 10 points of
10 points of damage. You smack it hard. Actually, as you hit one of the eyes, you watch as there are 3 eyes, and one of them just explodes in a shower of green goop that kind of just like explodes and cascades over you. Ah! As you popped one of its eyeballs, and it's like reeling around.
Okay. One more time. $25 again.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
13.
points of damage. 13 points of damage. You destroy another that has a single eye left. You kind of smack it, just like in your rage, smack again, popping 2 of its 3 eyes. Its tongue is lashing above it now, reaching towards you. Is that going to be it, Rogar?
Yes, that's all I can do.
Okay. All right. It has 1 eye remaining, which will then bring me to Moog, heir of Boag.
Oh
Here's your
yeah,
turn.
baby. Well, you know what Moog's gonna do.
What's he going to do?
He's gonna shoot his crossbow with
Yes.
sharpshooter.
You are 10 feet from the creature. Go
That's
ahead and
good.
give me-
It's good. Yeah.
Now, I will say I'm giving it half cover, not stylistically, it's just because it's a smaller target. It'll still be a higher DC, a higher AC, excuse me. Not that that's going
Gotcha.
to matter much, I'm sure.
All right, here we go. Oh yeah, so a 22 to hit.
You go. Are you shooting the eye or are you shooting the creature, Mo?
I want to shoot it in its mouth.
In its mouth, its open mouth.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some damage
All right.
for me.
So that's another 20? That's 20 points.
20 points of damage.
All right, and I'm gonna shoot again.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's a critical.
Oh, fuck.
I can't abide by this. We can't do it.
That's a critical. So does that hit? Does a 30 hit?
Yep, 30 hits.
I'm gonna go Tezo on you. What's the actual number?
So You don't have to roll damage.
Oh, good.
It is maximum damage, and
Okay.
ironically,
Nice.
the
So that's
creature.
45 points of damage.
God.
No, wait. I'm sorry. 25 points of damage.
25 points of damage, and the creature cannot speak for the next couple rounds. So you actually, it's ironic. It's almost like it was meant to be, as you shoot down through its throat, and it pierces somewhere deep down inside.
Oh, don't forget the. So it's actually it's 35 points of damage because of the sharpshooter. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is that going to be at Moog?
that's it. Yeah.
Okay. It looks pretty fucked
That was
up
two-
from
that
where
was
it
two
first
shots.
started.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you quickly put 2 bolts into its mouth.
Yeah.
Are you going to move at all?
No, I'm gonna stay right here. I want
You're
to
within. No, you're within 10 feet of it. Just so you know.
Yeah, I know. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
He's within 10
As
feet of me too.
Moog destroys yet another creature. I'm
Frog's
gonna
Bane, baby.
gonna say that Tristan and Velree are next to each other, and then Moog is also on the ground. You see as in the pools around you, it's almost as if the water comes to life, and it is not water; it is something else. As this kind of like gelatinous, like ooze-like entity begins to emerge. 3 of them emerging around Velree and Trist. A last merging around Moog. And they are going to converge on you. Let's see here. I'm going to need Trist to give me a intelligence saving throw. A 19, you pass. You are, however. No, you're good. You're good to go. Oh no, half the damage. Excuse me. You're only going to take 5 points of psychic damage, but you suffer no other effects, Trist. As the creature oozes out and kind of gets up to its tall form, it's about the size of you. It's about the size of a man. And it almost takes on the shape of like a melting man for just a moment. It appears to be this kind of graze-like ooze. And as it kind of reaches out toward you, you feel like a psychic presence in your brain, and you begin to bleed from your ears. Not feeling the full effect. Velree, I need you to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Does it have to be intelligent?
It does. It does have to be intelligence.
You still have a lucky though, right?
I do not, but
Not.
I have 18. That's okay. right?
18. So you will take half damage. Lucky suckers, all of you. You're going to take 6 points of psychic damage. Would have been 13, so 6.
Would it be
And-
half a class since I'm raging?
No, because it's psychic damage. It is not halved again. I'm sorry.
I'm trying.
You try. You can try.
Oh, does it take damage from giving me damage?
No, because it has to be a melee attack. However, you have 10 temporary hit points right now, so it only reduces you to 4, as long as you have the temporary hit points to do damage. And it's going to ooze closer towards you. Both of these do. The third is going to move on Tristan Varel because he seared the main creature here, and it does not like you. And I'm going to have you make another intelligence saving throw, Trist. 20. Lucky sons of bitches. That's going to be 3 points of psychic damage, Trist, as these things keep reaching out towards you. And the last one, Moog, make me an intelligence saving throw, as the last one attempts to overcome you. 15 passes, Moog. God damn it, all of you. Crushing it on your intelligence saves. It's going to be 4 points of psychic damage, Moog, as you begin to slowly dribble out of your unhurt eye. Some leaky red fluid coming forth. However, you're all able to withstand the horrors that possibly would have been wreaked upon you had you not. And the ooze-like entities all move close to you. And that's going to be the end of their turn. Which brings me to my big guy, who is super fucked up right now. And because he
Hold on.
was... Yes.
and you're probably not gonna let me do this, but I thought it had to be a melee attack. So can I call Rod of Retribution on the ooze
As your
Since it hurt
reaction?
me? Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
So
What's
it will
the
need-
what's the save?
About to tell you that it is 13 dex.
Dex. It has it's news. It has a fantastic saving throw. Ironically, I rolled a 14 though.
Oh dang. Well, you're gonna still take half of
Okay.
8, so 4 lightning damage.
Lightning. All right. 4 lightning damage towards one of the
That
oozes.
takes off 1 charge.
All right. All right. For the, I think what it might be the first time ever. The
Second.
Rod of Retribution. Second.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Time ever in your possession.
Hey, got Coach Matt in my
as
corner.
and then you
tell
see
me
the
some
creature
things,
come up,
so-
lunge at you, and you kind of reach down to the rod. I'm assuming it is draped down on your hip somewhere. And you kind of grab a hold of it, still holding your crossbow, and you go, like arc of lightning, kind of sears some of it a little bit, and then drop it back into place. All right.
There you go.
The creature, who's super fucked up, is going to, let me see here. What the fuck's he gonna do? He can't do a whole lot here. He is going to try to attack. He's going to try to, that's what he's going to do. Since you're both standing on the top of his head, he's going to whip his tongue around and attempt to snag Rogar, the one that's hurting it. It's going to be a natural 20. Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Reroll that one.
Fuck no. You want me to roll it?
Rude.
God damn
Rude.
it! You son of a bitch!
My reaction though.
It's an 18. Still hits. God damn, this is bullshit. This is bull.
It barely hits, bro.
Shit.
It barely hits.
Is it a glancing blow?
No, it's 17.
It's an actual
I
hit.
see. Yeah.
All right. Well, you're going to take, it looks like you're going to take 19 points of bludgeoning damage as his tongue snakes around and grabs a hold of you and then pulls you towards its mouth. It cannot yet eat you yet, but you're kind of like whipping around in the air, lashing around. And it looks like the one remaining eye is just kind of going like bonkers, just looking all over the place as if it can't do anything else because it was electrocuted this turn. It only gets a single attack and it cannot do anything else. It's super fucked up. And that's all it can do. Brings me to top of the round with Tristan Varel.
Well, sounds like the chromatic orb works, so we'll do that again.
On the main creature or the two
Yes,
oozes
second.
that are trying to eat you?
The main creature.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll then, please.
Second level.
Oh, I love your baritone. It's so
Thank
it's
you.
so juicy.
Ooh, it's a 13.
13's gonna miss, unfortunately. Damn it. As you spin it up again, slightly put off, possibly the blood in your ears ring a little bit, and you gotta, and as you do, it just kind of, it doesn't penetrate as deeply. Oh, you just didn't have your complete focus. Slides off of the mucous membrane.
How far away were these little creature guys?
They're right next to you.
Okay. All right, that's my turn then.
Okay, it's gonna be the end of Tristan Varel's turn. Next up, Velree. It's your turn. There are 3 of these creatures. 2 of them currently assailing Trist. 1 of them assailing you. These gray ooze-like entities.
Gonna start attacking the one on me first.
Okay, give me a attack roll, please.
I'm gonna attack recklessly on these ones.
Sure, why not?
Natural.
Damn. Let's go ahead and let's roll some damage here. Let me pull a card for you.
All right, ignore this roll.
All right. This is slashing damage. Maximum damage.
All right,
So just maximum damage. That's maximum damage. So 12 points of damage. The other thing doesn't apply to it because unfortunately it cannot become prone. Otherwise it would have. You slice into it. You're using your claws, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That might be a good thing. As you slide into it, you feel almost like an acidic burn across your flesh. Not enough to do any damage, but enough that a weapon perhaps might have been melted. As you slide through it, no problem. Because your hands are magic.
Okay.
I know that sounds weird, but that's just the way the rules are written.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me another attack roll.
22 to
It's
hit.
definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
11 points.
11 points of damage. As the second claw lances out, you rip through the mass of the ooze, and it just scatters onto the ground, dissipates.
The one creature dead, or just the
Yes, just
claw?
one.
Okay.
There are still two more assailing Trist, one assailing Moog.
Go for one, getting Trist.
Okay. $15 will hit.
You wait just to roll again before.
Yeah, go ahead and roll again. It has enough hit points to survive one hit. I will definitely hit both the hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
10.
And
What?
11. Almost there. It looks pretty messed up. You're 1 point shy.
11. So it must be like 1 hit point left.
1 hit point shy. It's still up. As you slide into it, it like bubbles around, and that's. It looks pretty bad. It looks like it's like ooze is barely holding together. That can be it, Velree? Okay. Then bring me to our bard, Zoom. Riding
So
atop the massive toad-like creature.
How far away am I from its mouth?
I don't know. Top of its head. To get to the tip of its mouth, because it's like it does jut out. You're probably looking at maybe 10 feet to get to get to the top of the ridge.
Could that be considered my move? Action
Oh yeah, if you want to try to
okay.
move, you're trying to walk across the rashing, thriving creature that's trying to eat Rogar.
I want to try to get. Yeah, I do,
Okay.
but not quite walk. I want to maybe crawl.
Oh yeah, yeah. Give me an acrobatics check, please. If you want to
Let's see if
move
I can do
across
it.
this thing.
Acrobatics, please work. Please don't screw me over because I'm gonna roll a lucky.
Oh, of course.
Because
Why not?
I'm sure as
we
hell-
got so many of them. Just go ahead and use
I mean,
it.
yellow.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. That was not much better. That's a 12.
It's 12. I'll say that you're able to get the 10 feet. Yes. Not much else, though, is what you're going to get out of this.
That's fine. That's all I needed. And Rogar is outside of the mouth currently, correct?
Yes, he currently is. It's like trying.
Okay.
It's trying to whip around. It's almost as if it's in a daze and it's becoming, starting to get its grasp back, and it's going to try to swallow him next turn.
Can I throw the lightning jar in the mouth with my action?
Son of a bitch! How did I not see this coming?
Oh no.
This
I
is
could
going to be
still screw
good
up.
because this could go badly. This could also
I know.
fry the two of you.
It could.
Go ahead and give me a.
But I'm not very smart.
This would be
I can take
He can take it. Well, can Zune take it? Would be the thing.
It's fine. Just bring me
So-
back to be brought back to life. I'll be fine.
All right, go ahead and give me a improvised weapon. Is that? Can you roll one of those on your sheet?
How do you do that?
Can you? You can't. Give me a melee attack roll. Like fist.
Let me go. Unarmed strike. There it is.
Well, I said I'd let you use Dex too.
Yeah.
Like, let her use a
Roll.
dagger attack. That'd be.
Yeah, use
That
the
would
use the dagger,
Okay.
but you're gonna minus your proficiency bonus
Oh, hang on.
because you're not proficient in throwing jars.
Dagger. I'm going to lose the proficiency bonus you said.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I think it's a -3.
Okay. So.
Oh, what the hell was that, Velree? Rolling attacks you're not even there for?
Just rolling stuff. Okay.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. Can you tell I don't use my daggers very often?
I can tell you don't use them ever. if you tap to the action section, it should be right there.
That's what I'm.
If you have it
Yeah.
equipped. If you don't have it
I do
equipped,
now. I went ahead and
Okay.
just equipped it. So
Alright.
let's see. Dagger of Venom. So hit DC. Yeah.
just
Please work. So
it
it'd be
minus
18.
3. So it would be a 15, which is going to be
15.
enough to throw this thing far enough back into the mouth that you're able to not fry yourself.
Don't die.
I need you to manually roll me 8d6.
Jesus. I'm glad I didn't take that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you said 8?
Yes.
Jesus. Oh, that was okay. 31.
That ain't bad. 31 points of
had a
lightning
few
damage. He's got to make a dex save, which of
Please
course he
don't.
fails.
Yes.
So he's going to take 30. I mean, not a super dexterous creature here. He's going to take 31 points of lightning damage. As you
Does he drop Rogar?
toss him into his mouth. His tongue just kind of it still holds on to him, unfortunately.
Damn.
But it looks like it is. So there's like electricity kind of dancing along some of its skin at this point, even
Ooh,
near you.
hair.
You're kind of like,
Just.
yeah, exactly. And is that going to be the end of your turn soon?
Shit. Is anyone else within range? Let's see.
Moog might be within range if you.
Rogue. I want to throw him my final. Let me see if I even have any more bardic
I mean,
inspiration.
he needs it. You know, he
He
definitely needs
does.
it. He always does. He complains about never getting it.
Yeah,
He
Mo,
needs
you
it the
get
most.
it.
Triss doesn't need it ever. Triss
I just like
hits all
when,
of his
um,
attacks.
I
I'm
just
just
like
gonna
when
be like-
Zune sings me a song.
Yeah. Oh, this one's just for you, baby. If you can just get that last eye.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
All right,
mhm.
little bardic inspiration there.
Is it a D8?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
Let me-
Right on.
That will then bring me to Rogar, son of Amma. It's your turn. I cannot hear you, sir.
Okay. Is Roger's going to try to hit the tongue that's wrapped around? Can I do that? Or am I forced to escape?
You're technically grappled.
I think I can still attack if I'm grappled.
You can still attack. Go ahead. I'll let you do it. You want to try to attack the tongue?
I mean, if I can hit him?
Oh yeah, you
more
could definitely hit him.
substantial
You're
part?
writhing around enough. Yeah, you could try to hit him.
I didn't know how far away I was
Oh, he's gonna try
writhing
to
around.
eat you next turn. So go ahead and just
Okay.
make an attack roll.
I am going to recklessly attack.
All right. All right.
And I'm going to call Great Weapon Master as well.
Sure. Why not? Why not? Go ahead and make your attack rolls. Let's do it.
Oh, that one. Sorry, that's for one roll. That's the second. So this is
You
a
have
dice
bardic
I made.
inspiration, right?
So, well, I made it because it's 21.
Okay.
See, it's a +2, so
Gotcha.
I made my own little attack roll thing for my Great Weapon Master. So
21 to hit.
that's why it's not. Yeah. So 21. I see the hits.
That does hit. Unfortunately.
All right.
Go and roll damage.
He'll take 18 points of.
Is it
What do
18
you
or
damage?
28? Is it already factoring in the 10?
Oh, it's not factoring in that is factoring in the 10.
Okay. All right.
So plus another 2, so 20.
20. Okay.
20 points.
Rogar, how would you like to do this?
I guess as I'm like swinging back and forth
Yes.
as it gets kind of close towards whatever like his jaw is. I'm just gonna take it and just go crack it across
Okay.
the face as hard
Yeah.
as I can.
Hard as you
Yeah.
can. And the jaw is massive. It's it's like 20 feet across. As you're
Yeah.
kind of lashing inside, you hit. As you do, you feel like the flesh kind of buckle beneath, and some kind of sinew, perhaps bone. If it has bones, you're not sure. Something inside breaks and snaps as it dislodges. And it can't speak right now. It can't even call out or anything because Mo put a bolt in the back of its throat. So it kind of, and then it just hits the ground. Zoom's still riding it. the whole way down, holding on to the stalk.
I'm used to writing things.
down.
It's fine.
Of course he is. As it hits the ground with the sickening thud.
Yeah.
Like
Look at
Slim
that
Pickens at the end of Doctor Strangelove.
You still have another attack, Rogar. There is an ooze attacking Moog right now, within 10 feet of you.
Can I make the tryst? Sorry, Mo. I mean, you can handle yourself, you know.
Sure, why not?
I haven't used any of my movement. I got 40 feet.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna go and try to hit the one that Velree hit
Okay, give me an attack roll.
recklessly. 26.
26 definitely hits. You don't have to roll damage. That's 1 hit point.
Okay.
Smash it aside. There is one more next to Trist.
I get one more attack. I'm going to recklessly Great Weapon Master. Here we go. Be 14. I have Bardic Inspiration if need be.
Do you want to use it or not?
I'll go ahead. Just in case. Oh, nice. Another 6, so 20.
20 is definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
So he'll take 21 points of damage.
Jesus. It is still technically up.
Damn.
As you a vicious blow, first scattering the first one, then a vicious as you bring it down overhead, carves through most of the gelatinous form. It kind of dissipates. There's still just a little bit clinging on, trying to reform itself.
That one looked different than the other two.
2 dead, 1 still
Yeah,
up, and then 1 more attacking Moog.
Okay. That's all I can do. That's all of my actions.
Okay.
Bonus actions.
That will then bring me to Moog. It's your turn.
All
There's
right.
a creature trying to kill you right now. And there's one that
There
Rogar's
is.
attacked.
There is. So I am going to make a let's see here. I would use my crossbow
Okay.
and sharpshooter. And I'm going to make a goading attack.
All right.
Spin a superiority die. All right, so here's my attack roll.
All right.
All right, and so I'm going to go ahead and spin that Bardic Inspiration just to make sure we hit. So that turns it into an 18.
That hits. Roll damage.
All right, so I'm going to take off my 1 superiority. Add that on there real quick, and let's see here. Okay.
Dear God.
All right, so that is going to be a total of 11 points piercing damage on 1 attack.
Plus
Now he has-
10.
Oh yeah,
Right.
so yeah, 21
So-
points.
You.
And were he to survive, he'd have disadvantage on all attacks other than me. So
He doesn't have that because you put a bolt through it, and the large baby's arm just cascades.
Yeah.
It's almost like a shotgun blast of ooze.
Yeah.
It just kind of explodes backwards.
Paints the
from
room.
You.
yeah,
You still have another attack. There is still technically a creature standing, somewhat. An ooze.
the thing that's messing with Trist.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll take another shot at it.
Go ahead
Just
and
straight up.
make me attack roll.
20 to hit.
Hits. You don't have to roll damage. It is 1 hit point, but you can if you want to.
Yeah, of course I do. It's rolling dice.
Another 7 points of damage as it is utterly destroyed as you annihilate a massive old creature as well as its spawn. As the ooze begins to settle into the ground, you all kind of looking at each other. What are you guys doing?
We exit.
Yeah, let's head to the exit because
Yes.
you did not say out of combat.
Are you guys moving towards the exit?
Yes.
Along the way as we're moving out, are we out of combat?
What are you guys doing?
See?
Well, my thing
I
is
don't like
this.
that.
If we're moving, and we're close to the exit, Rogar's going to take his another one of his torches. He's going to light it, and he's going to toss it at the
flesh sacks
flesh sacks.
that you coated with oil.
Yes.
I'm assuming you guys are going to attempt to make it towards the exit at this point.
Yeah.
As you guys are beginning to move and run, we're going to enter into a small skill challenge here. As you begin to turn and move, and you witness from several of the other large pools in the room, eye stalks begin to, with 3 eyes on each of them. You see 3, 4, 5.
Oops.
As you and you begin to bolt towards the door. I'm gonna need some acrobatics checks, everyone. This is right now. Skill challenge time. Good for Rogar. Good for
Re-rolling.
Velree. Bad for Trist. Bad for
I'm re-rolling.
Re-rolling? Okay. Trist is re-rolling. Bad for good for Zoom. Good for Zoom. Good for Trist. Everyone except for Moog. So all of you begin to turn and run, jumping over a few of these small streams and ponds as you kind of tucking and rolling. Moog, a creature is going to get the opportunity to try to strike you. And by creature, I mean one of the large entities that you just slain emerges and one of its large tentacles whips towards you with a natural 1. Son of a bitch!
Yeah.
I mean, pull a card for myself. Okay. As the tentacle slides above you, Moog, somehow, some fucking way, Moog is able to dodge on the side of this thing.
No, I did a full matrix, like slide across my knees, tentacle just goes right over my head.
Exactly.
Even then, it's still like 6 feet in the air.
And it kind of slides across. Big, large swipe as Mo kind of tucks and rolls. And the entity smashes into a nearby ooze that was forming and blows it to the side, just explodes it out of the way, making it slightly easier to move forward. You will need 1 more acrobatics check to move into the hall as it was. As you're moving at this point, Rogar, you want to toss the torch? Why don't you guys give me your acrobatics checks first?
I'm assuming I have be an inspiration for dressing up tonight, right?
Of course. Right. I look fly as fuck. God damn it, I get to re-roll. All right. So that's a fail for Moog, fail for Trist, fail for Rogar, pass for Velree, and a pass for Zoom. All right. So I'm going to be making 3 attacks here. 1 towards Moog, 1 towards Trist, 1 towards Rogar. Let's see if we can hit Moog. A 15 Moog. 15 misses.
Your button is a 16.
Attack towards Trist. That is a 15 Trist.
Can I shield it?
Of course. As you very quickly kind of throw up a arcane shield that kind of dances across your arms. The large tentacle smacks off the side of it. This thing's the size of like a large tree. As it smacks, and it's kind of sticky ooze sticks to the energy for just a moment and then slides off. And the final one, it's the mighty Rogar for a 16.
That's a miss.
Fucking misses. This is bullshit. I want to throw it out there right now. This is complete bullshit. Seeing that's a plus 10 to hit.
Or just lowers his shoulder and bursts through it.
Fuck. Yes, this Rogar just smashes through the final tentacle, able to throw the burning torch that you have in your hand as you're moving through the door, which quickly alights the fleshy sacks. You hear a scream, sounds almost like a bell vibrating coming from the room behind you as you guys are moving backwards, and the tone resonates with multiple entities as if this This noise is coming from the creatures themselves, bubbling out of the pools. And it kind of like resonates outwards. And as it does, you hear a sickening pop as several of these fleshy sacs begin to explode behind you. Cascading who knows what, as you guys are too busy fleeing for your lives. And that's where we're going to take our first break.